Hello everyone, I am back. I apologize for the last video I did, Important Messages from God Part 1, how it was cut completely off at the end there. I did not realize that when I exited out of the web page like I'm on right now that it would stop the recording because I'm not doing it live because I don't know how to work it and figuring out the camera and making sure you guys can see what I'm searching and stuff. I do not quite know that yet. And hopefully I'll be able to figure that out soon, but I don't really know how to figure it out without doing a live thing on there, so it's frustrating. But anyways, I'm back, and this is part 2. This is like the breakdown and the revealing to you of the revelations God has given to me about this verse right here, Acts 7:43. Yes, you took up the tabernacle of Moloch and the star of your god, Remphan, figures which you made to worship them, and I will carry you away beyond Babylon. And this is part of his rebuke on them for worshiping false gods. And also this, star of Remphan is the same exact symbol throughout all of history, and the same symbol that was used for the false gods, and also is the same exact reason why God destroyed both temples, as we can see, right here is the very one of the very beginning warnings. Well, it's taken from the Old Testament and brought in to the New Testament in Acts through the apostle, explaining to the Pharisees and the Sadducees that were against our Christ in those days of the destruction of the temple to come, and the renting of the temple and all that when the Lord rose and died, and why. He was reminding them of where they were worshiping false gods and false idols. And what I want to do with you guys today is I went through this revelation in April. And if I would have known that I wouldn't be able to do the whole pictures and stuff like I want to, I'm still trying to figure out how to do that. But it's taken me this long to get it out to you because I didn't have any other way until now, and still the way I was hoping to be able to, it's not working. So we're going to do it this way. Okay, so we're going to look up what the star of Remphan is. Okay, now we'll go. Oh, look at that. Okay, right here, it's, talking about the Bible verse. No, that's not at all what I was going for. All right. The Moloch, the star of the god of Rephaim, the figures which you made to worship, and I will remove you beyond Babylon. Star Moloch, star of Remphan. And we'll go this way then. And lo and behold, this is the star. It's mentioned in Amos 5:26, Acts 4:73. It's not the Star of David. It's not the Seal of Solomon. It's used here. And we all know that this here is not anything to do with the living God, because underneath their situation, they have many, many, many altars unto this here. Many, many underneath the Vatican. Oh, there's a word. I probably just messed everything up. But anyways, on forth. And they call it the Seal of Solomon. I wonder why. Well, let's look to see the signet of Queen Sheba, who was Solomon's Egyptian wife. And there it is again. This thing is what brought it back in to the temple in Solomon's day. And I am curious how it came to be, the, Seal of Solomon and David. I don't understand how that even happened. Let's see. See what they have put here for this. See, but we all know that this is a lie because David never used this symbol at all. And we should go to Amos 5:26 here. Oh. Wrong button. Chewing your images. Let's see. Star of Chewin. Or Chion. Star of Chion. Let's see what that says. That's Amos 5:20. It says, but you have borne the tabernacle, your Moloch, and Chion, your images, the star of your God, which you made to yourselves. And this is a rebuke from God unto them for their false worship, using said symbols for it, pretending that it is this and it is that, when it is not at all. Wait, what is this? Maybe? Oh, it's all fuzzy. All right, so we'll go just Amos, KJV, verse. But you have borne the tabernacle of your Moloch and Chion, your images, the star of your God. Let's see what star Chion is. Symbol, we'll do symbol of Chion. And lo and behold, there it is again. I mean, this, look, it just shows up just like that. It don't even have nothing, just shows us right here. And this here. Right, exactly, hexagram, hex. It's in the name. And look, here they have an Egyptian head. It's like this is supposed to symbolize the four-headed beast that it speaks of in Revelation, or they're not beasts, they're creatures that was seen by the river. I want to say Chebar, but I'm not exactly sure. It was by the river. He saw the four-faced creature with the 6 wings, but I don't understand why this is here because that is an Egyptian. That's not, no. But yeah, here's the number one thing that God told me to bring to you guys. What's this down here? Oh, well, look, they're even using the constellation with it. See, this also, they're using the signs and the sun, the moon, the stars that the Lord, is giving us to do their sorcery, to bring the spell upon the whole world that we call the CV demic, which to me, honestly, I call it a plandemic, because that's exactly what it is. I wonder. I'm just looking this up for a second. I can't believe I actually come up with something. Huh, and that's something. Papal tiara. Ain't that something? It says Christian crowns. No. No, no, no. Nothing. the Book of Mormon is a lie as well. I've read some of that. It's amazing, like everything. I believe this is one of the pictures in the Vatican there, underneath it. Oh. Okay, now another thing too I want to show you guys is the Earth. Oh wait, here it is. USGS.gov. You want to find out how the Earth's moving? They call it a pole shift. It's not a pole shift per se. It is the entire defacing of the Earth because God, with the planets and everything, and the volcanic activity and the shifting and stuff, and yeah, the poles are definitely moving very rapidly. I have pictures of that as well, but as I said before, I can't seem to pull it up on here using the recording app I'm using. It's a pain right in the butt. All right, well, anyways, this past 24 hours, 2.5 or greater. It's on the whole Earth. Let me see if I can zoom this out. That's the wrong way. Oh, too far. Let's go in a little bit more. There we go. A little bit. Not quite. Too much. Come on. Sorry about that. My phone, you guys. All right, anyways. Past 24 hours, as you can see, what we call the Ring of Fire has definitely been active. Even Hawaii's getting, what's Hawaii getting? 2.7 at 8.3 kilometers deep. And I feel bad for them because they are living on top of a volcano. This one just popped off in Alaska at 12:41 UTC. Actually, I think, yeah, 2.7, 16.4 kilometers deep. And if you want to find out more about what's going on with all of the continents on the earth are shifting, all of them. Pole reversal, you can call it what you want. What's happening is all the continents, every single piece of land on the earth right now is rapidly shifting 4 miles a month. They say just a pole is shifted 4 miles a month, but I assure you, due to the earthquake activity happening the past 2 years, deep all the way down to the molten magma in the core of the earth, which you, like I said, go watch Dutch Sense. DutchSines. If you haven't heard of him already or watched him, definitely go check him out because his gift of knowing all of this, what's going on, and being able to predict the next upcoming possible, not only where it could possibly happen, but the intensity of it. It's phenomenal. God has definitely gifted him with an amazing gift, just like with many others, like Planet X News. I don't call it Planet X or Nibiru, but he has definitely been catching the planets going around the sun, and they call it Planet X Nibiru, but these planets are our planets. They're planets from our own solar system that have been there since the beginning, and they're coming in for a very close look. And I believe that the last time this occurred was when they were able to see the Star of Bethlehem and follow it to the Lord. And as we see planets nowadays with the naked eye that we've never been able to actually see with the naked eye before, but they tell us that, oh, it's normal, blah blah blah. No, it's not. And there's other things that I took pictures of, like right now, there's 3 stars even on Google Earth. Well, actually, wait a second, I could probably do that right on here. But I'll do that in a second. But with the earthquakes and stuff, let's see, where's this one at? Let's go see where this one is real quick, because I don't know. Air Force Base in Alaska, a 4.0. Oh, Air Force Base. Strange. I mean, Alaska's been getting slammed, so, I mean, it's just weird that it's next to the Air Force Base. But look at this, look at this. Look at all these circles. Oops. Come on. All these circles are all earthquakes that have happened. I believe the white ones are more recent. The darker ones are not as recent. But look at this. Look at this. My goodness. Yeah, you can really get a feel of, oh man, what's been going on with the movements and displacement, I mean, look at this, guys. You don't even hear of most of these. And yeah, a lot of them are probably like really tiny. Like probably most like these little tiny ones you won't even feel it. But I mean, look at them all. All of this is getting pushed that way. All of this is getting pushed that way. All of this is getting pushed this way. So honestly, if this map here was laid out as God would see it, like as it truly is, they can't because of the way, well, actually, I don't know why they can't really, probably because we'd find out even more. But this curve here is natural. That's really there. But it doesn't turn like this. I mean, it does a little bit, but it doesn't come down like this or down like this. It comes around, up and around. So right here would actually be above right here. That's really actually how it looks in real life. So this is like a big circle, you know, like this comes up and around, and this comes up and around, and it's a big circle. Why they have it here? Take that out, flip this upside down on here. Iceland would be here, and it would go up and around South America. And of course, I can't go up in outer space and give you a real life photo and all that stuff, but I mean, the map that they have, what is it? The UN or something has the map. It's like all in one giant circle. That's how it actually looks. But everything is moving towards Israel. Period. You know, the land bridges are going to be there again, only this time it's not going to be from ice. Because this time the earth is going to burn. Volcanoes are getting ready to pop off, and I'm not joking. They already started. You can look and see. Let's see. Hang on. Go to this. And let's see, volcanic or remote sensing and Landsat. Volcanoes. View alerts. Oh, well, that's a pretty picture there, isn't it? Not really. My goodness. Where is that? I don't know. Where is that at? That is not pretty. Okay, see, this is one of the things that is getting ready to happen. Even the scientists are starting to mention how Yellowstone's becoming very active and stuff. And that's another thing the Lord's been having me warn people of. The west side of the United States is unsafe. I mean, I believe there's a spot over in the western side of the United States somewhere that he has saved out for his children to keep them safe during the last great exodus, which is also about to begin. Here soon is going to happen a chain reaction. I mean, completely changing the face of the earth type events. And volcanoes are going to be one of them. The hurricanes right now are making way for the eastern side of the United States because that also is being put under a major pressure on the fault line where Mississippi runs from north to south. And I honestly, what I'm getting from the Lord, because I've prayed for these people and I've heard others pray for these people, and He always answers those things that are good in His eyes. And we're praying for the hurricanes to cease, you know, for them to slow down or something, just so that way these people who have already been getting slammed are not getting slammed anymore right now because they're all just on the streets now. But what he told me, and yes, the Lord told me the reason why these hurricanes are hitting the way they are is because He's trying to save people who live there from what's coming hereafter. The Mississippi River is flooded, and it's flooding all the states around it. And with the way the terrain is moving, there's parts in the world that are losing their water because the land is rising. And they say it's due to global warming and all that other stuff. I'm actually seeing the land where I live right here in Lawrenceville, Pennsylvania. rise to the point to where the Kaunesqui Lake on my end of it, which would be the southern end of it, the water's disappearing. And we've had rain. And but the thing is, it's not just disappearing. You can actually, the land is rising out of the water because of the shifting that's taking place even in my area here in Pennsylvania. But we are fortunate enough to be setting upon a lot of rock and limes, a lot of rock and soft stones that break and crack easy, and a lot of like clay and sandy type dirt, because like where I'm living right now used to be probably water. A lot of fossilized shells and stuff like that here. And of course, I'm right next to a lake, so it's not surprising. But seeing how much the land has moved right here, even in my own yard, it's phenomenally, like, boggles my mind, because the scientists say that there's no way a shift that rapid could take place without utter devastation. Like, nobody would survive. Oh, well, that's not true, because it's happening right now as we speak. It's been foretold for thousands of years, and it's unfolding before our eyes. Maybe I can't unless I subscribe. But like I said, if you go watch Dutch Sense, he is the pro. He's the pro on all this. Wait, what's that down there? Ooh, hang on. I'm glad is ash falling? I don't even know. Oh. That's cute. Sorry, I know it's a typo. My stuff does all the time. Strange. Because we don't hear anything, guys. We don't ever hear about anything like this, do we? No, we do not. But we should know, it is happening in our country, right? So let's see. Okay. Active volcanoes. Yep, this was one of the ones he told me is gonna go. Oh, I didn't even realize that one. I've heard of it, but I forgot. I've heard of this one. See, Dutch, I should be watching him more. Oh, see, Yellowstone and St. Helens are the two that has been mentioned to me specifically. But what he's told me is the entire western side of the United States is going to be defaced by earthquakes and volcanic, like burning. He's burning the third of the earth, guys. Australia, and it's the nations that refuse to turn back to the living God. They're the nations that have been bending over and bowing down for what we call a new norm and a great reset. These are the reasons why these things are happening in Oregon, California, Washington. And I have friends in Nevada that I've been praying a lot for, because Nevada in their safe zones. The weird thing is like Nevada, you'd think would be in the hostile zone, considering the fact that they literally have volcanic fields and everything all around them. And I've even had a friend of mine even moved from California to Nevada, and then a fire broke out exactly a week after he moved there. And he moved because of the earthquake activity and the volcanic activity going on in California and the fires, because he's awake and he sees that this is something that is inevitable to come. And then that happened, and the earthquake and a fire actually happened right like a week after he moved there. And here I'm hoping that he goes further east, But at the same time, there's two spots in the United States that when you go onto the radar graph, I don't even know what it's called. I normally don't go on it myself because my stuff don't like to work very often. But if you go watch Wages World, WAGES World, he pops up this radiation map that shows you the intensity of the radiation in the United States during like solar flares and stuff like that, or solar storms or whatnot. And there are two spots that show up on the radiation graph that hardly ever see any radiation. Only two spots in the entire continent of the United States that hardly ever see radiation. And those are the spots that he's drawn my attention to. And if you ever get the chance to go watch Wages World and watch him, and you'll see it come up, it's a picture of the United States, got all these different colors, and it kind of flashes different colors. He'll explain to you what it is. And you watch it. Watch for the spots that remain the same. Because I believe that's the safe zones that in our United States for when these catastrophes that are ordained by God, not man, by God happen. Like these fires in California are not due to DEWs. They might be using some kind of DEW to do something, but I'm telling you what, they're not causing the earth to quake. They're not causing these volcanoes to erupt. They're not causing these intense 1,000-degree hot pockets pop up on the graph in Dutch sense when you watch them. It's not DEWs doing that, guys. That's the heat from hell leaking up upon the earth. That's what that is. And guess how they done it? Watch, I'm going to show you. Of course, with the help of their symbol, they got the temple destroyed twice. And it's going to cause a massacre here coming when the Antichrist. But here, show you this. This right here is the key to the bottomless pit. And they even brag about it now. Look at that. Look at all that symbolism up here. Look at all that. This is all their crap that they love. All their sorcery, witchcraft. Oh, it's August. Check them out, guys. I wish Higgs Basin is pretty much what they would call the God particle, the start of the creation of all things. Dark matter. Where is it? There was something I saw on Wages today. He mentioned it from them. How they're bragging about having the ability to speak to entities from other dimensions with their collider here, opening portals to other dimensions. And I actually found something that was posted in 2015 from them that was mentioning how they could supposedly move things with their mind because of this source they found inside this Hadron Collider. Wait, where are we? Hang on. I wonder. What is this? Okay. Hang on. Let me see if I can actually find it. Banoon, Israel News Live. Amazing stuff. Richie from Boston. This guy right here, look him up. He's a little rough around the edges, but he grows on you. Where is it? Where is it? I cannot find it. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. I don't even know why that's on there. I don't know. Okay, let's see. Sorry guys, I'm so quiet. Oh. Huh. We're wondering about the beams, but yet, right there, it's got all kinds of lines coming from it. Sorry I'm not playing any of these guys, but I don't like to worry about getting kicked off here. But yeah, if you go on here and you look through this stuff, I know there's a video from 2015 I found earlier, and I had snapshots of it on my phone, and I have it on my laptop here, but I don't know how to pull it up without stopping my video because of what I'm using. Oh. Oh, never mind. I guess it isn't going to work that way. Let's see. Shiva. Haha, okay. The Shiva statue out front. Goddess of destruction and war. Why do they have a statue of said goddess? Yeah. Gift from India to celebrate its association with Shern, which started in 1960s and remains strong today. Oh. To near the light of speed, it consists of 27. Oh, I'm not going to be able to find it, guys. But anyways, I mean, you could do, if you're actually interested in finding out about the key to the bottomless pit being CERN, I'm sure you could easily find where they're bragging about telekinesis from this entity that they found in the collider, and also how they believe that we can start moving things with our mind by tapping into this other dimension. And it's not good. I mean, between, like, all the abominations that's going on in the world right now, the number one is watch this. Ah. Look at that. Oh, wait. They changed it. So now it's only 5 instead of 6. But Baphomet is the modern Moloch, Baal, so on and so forth. Let's see. Oops, that's not what I wanted to do. There you go. Wait. No. No. That's not it. Let's go that way. That's not... Son of a gun. Come on now. Now it's not going to show the picture. Well, it's not going to give us the picture of the actual star, which is the same as the other ones I was showing you, the same as what's still on the flag. But he loves for you to kill children. and do horrible, unspeakable things to them. And I don't know, guys. All I can say is please read your Bible. Please pray. Make sure that you know who your God is. Because with what's coming here very soon, I don't know how soon. I don't know any dates. All I know is by the end of this year, the Antichrist, the mark of the Antichrist will be here. You can't buy or sell without it. And the vaccine may not seem like it's the mark at first, but when you put something in your body that's a foreign object that can be triggered and controlled through frequency, then I think that would be the iron mixed with clay it speaks of in Revelation, that will be broken into pieces because of iron doesn't mix with clay, no matter how you try to form it. And they're trying to recreate Genesis on Mars and all this other stuff. It's not going to happen, guys. A lot of things are getting ready to happen. From volcanoes to major earthquakes, tsunamis, hurricanes. God is doing all of this. He's trying to get people into the safe areas. And he's using all of this, slowly progressing, so that way it's a warning upon warning upon warning upon warning upon warning. Sorry for the repetitiveness, but that's literally what's happening right now, is he's warning the entire earth and all, believer and non, who dwell within it, that you need to know who it is that you worship. And you need to know with all of your being who it is that you are calling God. Is it the living God that created all things? Or is it a living God that's trying to recreate all things? You know, do you worship the creation or the creator? Because there's only one creator, and that is the living God, the Lord God Almighty, the God of Isaac, Jacob, Abraham, Christ, the true and only God. Anyone and anything that is not of God or from God, from here on out, God is going to destroy. Period. The Antichrist may gain power of the world, but God will always have control and power over his children. We are going to see the Antichrist rise. We are going to see the mark of the beast put out there in great force against our will. Only they cannot make us take the mark of the beast. You have to willingly take it. But if you do not willingly take it, it will be your head on a platter, just like with John the Baptist. We're not going to be taken out before this is done. We will not. The parable, the wheat and tares. Matthew 13:24-30. Let's read that real quick. For those who believe the rapture's before the great tribulation. Now the parable put he forth unto them, saying, The king of heaven is likened unto a man which sowed good seed in his field. While he slept, the enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat, and went his way. But when the blade was sprung up and brought forth fruit, then appeared the tares also. So the servants of the householder came and said unto him, Excuse me, sir, did you not sow good seed in the field? For how did it has tares? And he said unto them, An enemy has done this. The servants said unto him, Do you want us to go and gather them up? But he said, No, unless while you gather up the tares, you root up also the wheat with them. Let both grow together until the harvest, and in the time of the harvest I will say to the reapers, gather first the tares, and bind them in bundles to burn them, but gather the wheat into my barn. Oh, where'd it go? Go back. Oh, okay, well, apparently that's all it's... Yeah, but where's the rest of the parable? And then... Oh, okay, and then he talks about the seeds fallen. Wax grows, their ears are dull of hearing, their eyes they have closed, lest at any time they should see with their eyes and hear with their ears and should understand with their heart and should be converted and I should heal them. Because he asked him, why do you always speak to us in parables? But blessed are your eyes for they see and your ears for they hear. For verily I say unto you that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which you see and have not seen them, and to hear those things which you hear and have not heard them. Hear ye therefore the parable of the sower. Well, he's